Today I'm awarding myself the task of getting Jasper onto the back of my truck, which isn't going to be that easy. For one, there's lots of stuff to move out of the way, and the other of course is it doesn't have any front wheels. I think I've made the decision not to take an engine out down there again, because now I've got this task, haven't I? Moving cars out of the way. These two can just about stay here. The junk I've got down the side of here might be in the way a little bit, and then some of this stuff here and all that stuff there and that engine as well are all in the way. And then I have the added challenge of actually getting this onto the back of the truck with no wheels. So the options are try and jack the front up a bit further, or drag the whole thing up there and then turn it around like I normally would do. But it's quite a long way to go. It doesn't look it, but it is. It means having to go right the way up this bit of a lip here, right the way past up here, and probably as far as here, just so I can get the truck in front of it. But then that's in the way slightly as well, so maybe actually about here. So plan. Yeah, I need a plan. I think the plan is move the cars out of the way and then put a ton of junk on the back of the Transit, shift it over there, and then bring the tool trolley down and dismantle that KV6 like I was supposed to do yesterday, so that I can move that a bit more easily. In the box just there is the KV6 engine, which I suspect I may have to take apart somewhat in order to move it, but it's not going to stop me from trying without taking it apart. Some progress. The path is clear, and I've moved the engine all by myself. I have no evidence of this because I didn't film it, but because I'm such a man, I'm not really bothered whether you believe me. There's no denying, that was more fun than listening to a Mariah Carey CD all the way through. But then, so is toothache, combined with diarrhea and a pitchfork stuck in your elbow. 11 o'clock. So far, very good. Much better progress than I was expecting. So now I'm expecting something to hinder my progress. Lots. The next trick is to jack the back of the car up so I can remove these wheels just down the side of there. Yeah. Got it. Well, it looks like I've sacrificed an axle stand, but it was broken anyway. There we go, finally done. Giving the ground a good raking. Looks all tidy, like a nice new haircut. Now I've just got to get the truck behind it and pull it the other way. I would call that on. Obviously that is not the end of the story for this car. So the end of the story for this video may as well be until I finish doing stuff on it for today. I may be finished with it entirely, but I won't be. So I won't be finished with it entirely. But I've got lots of other things I can be taking off of this today. I know I did have a right good healthy rant about people's driving habits recently, but you can't leave it at that. There's always more examples. And just then, outside the chemist, there is a crossing with the zigzags. Now, you know you don't park on the zigzags, do you? Just before and after the zigzags, double yellow lines. You're not really supposed to park on those. But, being as that the road was empty, except for 2 cars, you'd think they'd go for the double yellow lines, wouldn't you? But no, both cars, 2 cars, both parked on zigzags. One of them I saw just pull up there. There isn't any excuse whatsoever for doing that. So the crossing, like right the way up to the crossing, like that far. You idiot behind me. The guy nearly just ran into the back of me then. I'm sick of people driving like this. It's ridiculous. So, what was I saying? Yes, 2 cars parked on the crossing. Well, not almost 2 cars parked on the zigzags during the usual school kick-out rush hour time. What excuse is there? There simply is not an excuse for that. It's really... Can you tell it annoys me? It does. It most definitely does. It's not something that happens infrequently. It happens all the time. That particular crossing, pretty much every time I go by there, that's what they're doing. And the same one in Milnrow with the post office there. It's people are rather special. And when I say special, I just mean lazy. You could say it's a nice break having the school run, but it's also long enough for me to forget what I'm doing. Plus I have to wind myself back into the motivated frame of mind as well then. Not good progress. There's something about coming back in the afternoon where the productivity seems to go downhill, and I really don't know why. I've had a good morning, all that went much more quickly than I was expecting, and I've come back for a couple of hours this afternoon, nearly 2 of them have already gone and nothing's happened. Well, back on the pasties again. I just feel so dirty. This video is finished. How it would be if it wasn't for the fact that I may as well put on the part of yesterday's video that I didn't think made a complete video. So with yesterday's bits and today's bit, we definitely have a complete video for you to watch. I hope you're enjoying the show so far.
Dogger, south or southeast, becoming cyclonic.
You're driving along the road and there's 2 vehicles in front of you. One of them's going in a straight line and the other one is swerving around all over the place. Which one is drunk? That's right, the one that's going in a straight line. The sober one's trying to avoid all the potholes. Hello, I'm a man. I'm a man with long hair. I'm such a man. I don't really care what people think of me. That's what being a man's all about. I did have some big plans for today. Yeah, but I wanted to tidy the yard and buff some headlamps and strip a KV6. So far, the KV6 has the bag taken off of it. I haven't made a start on any of this just yet, and the headlamps I'm talking about are still distinctly cloudy. But I have managed to disrupt my mounting of wheels from the corner over there, because somebody might have been buying these but they didn't. And now it's already 1 o'clock. That's 2 hours gone by and nothing's happened. The V6 engine that I was talking about stripping down isn't the one I'm stripping down, but all this mess here has just started to get under my skin a little bit. So I thought I would strip this one down. This engine came out of a car called Gordon. It was a while back. Project Gordon was a sky blue 75 V6 automatic, which was all very nice, but it had this overheating issue. And I found all sorts of strange things going on with it. And now I've just found another. This bit of manifold here for the injectors, I've just taken that off. And what do I find? Bathroom sealant of some kind. Some sort of silicone sealant holding this in place. And half of the bolts weren't even done up. That's not really the cause of the problem. But there's water in there anyway. There's water inside the valves. So that head is kind of useless. Something else a bit more curious. The thermostat housing. All that is perfectly good. But that part of it wasn't properly attached. The rest of this engine is just going to get weighed in basically. They're the bits I want to keep off of it, and I've managed to do a bit of tidying up as well. All very positive. And the really curious thing is, last week when I had to go and rob Christine of a little rubber O-ring for its fuel line, I found one on the floor, exactly the same one, undamaged. I thought it was Nigel's to start with, but this one is perfectly good. There's a good chance I'll need that. In fact, I need to put it on Christine, I suppose. But for the moment, I need to just put it somewhere safe. But where in this place could you store something safe where you know exactly where it is? Well, the answer is nowhere. But at least I can video me putting it inside this drawer here. My elbows have caught fire again. Now it is time for me to give in to one of my old vices of being a pasty munching so-and-so. There. Cheese and onion pasty from Aldi. They're not bad. They're not bad. Hello. Fairly clear, that is not substantial enough a video to just post tonight. Because nothing really got done. Well, I mean it did, I've done some tidying up. And I've spent lots of time chatting. I don't video myself chatting to people because it might be a bit rude. I'm also videoing myself trying to pull out of a junction, which is taking quite a long time, as always. Just trying to get out of the garage, that's all I'm doing here. Is that where you're parking? It's not really. There's more than one space you're using up there, mate.
It's the end of the video, end of the video, end of the video now. Yes, it is. Bye-bye.